Hi ladies, this is Jamie. You've reached She's Everyday. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I am going to talk about narcissist. Is this guy a true narcissist? Maybe you're in a relationship or you've broken up with someone. What traits do true narcissists display? You hear the word narcissist or narcissistic thrown around a lot. You also hear toxic, a toxic man thrown out. Is every man toxic? Is every man narcissist? Well, sometimes women, we throw those terms out there, kind of like men throw out the term crazy. And let's face it, ladies, not all women are crazy. Some of us can be, but not all men are narcissistic either. So let's look at some traits. Now, I am going to give you the top 3. There are a lot of nuances, a lot of little things underneath each of these 3. But let's just look at the broad 3 things that narcissists tend to do, or the traits that they tend to have, so you can see who you're dealing with. And then we'll talk just very briefly at the end about what to do with that. I will do another video that goes into more detail about how to handle a true narcissist. Now, first off, I believe that every single one of us has some toxic traits, we have some narcissistic traits, and we have some crazy traits. So what you want to look at is the severity or the extreme that this person goes to in that one trait. How often do they display this trait, and how adamant are they in holding on to this trait? How does it come out? If you see somebody has a little bit of control issues, that doesn't mean they're a true narcissist. But someone that is over the top, has to control everything, could be. So that leads us to number 1. The first trait that a true narcissist has is they are a control freak. They want to control everything. Now, they may not care about controlling the house and what it looks like, although they could, but they want to control people. They want to control the mood. They want to control your emotions. They want to control how they are perceived. They want to control the situation. So if a relationship appears to be going out of control for them, you start to push back on some of his nonsense, that can throw them into a fit of rage, or they will start blaming you. They will start doing some really over-the-top things instead of saying, you know what, I didn't realize that I was coming across that way. Maybe that's something we can talk about. Maybe that's a flaw that I have. Hey, I'm sorry for doing that. They won't do any of that. They will go into extreme defense mode, or blaming you mode, or some kind of I'm a victim mode. So how do they try to control you? They will try to control through your emotions. So they will throw out emotion that they will hope will trigger your emotion. They might become extremely angry, throw things, punch walls. They might hurt you. They might be physically violent. But a lot of yelling, a lot of screaming, a lot of in your face, very intimidating anger. They can also use an opposite emotion. They can cry. They can be so sad. I can't believe you're doing this to me. You're leaving me. Now, usually these emotions will follow a predictable pattern. The first one is usually anger. And when that doesn't work on you, then they may try something else and something else. And I can do a video on kind of the pattern that follows. They may treat you with silence. Their anger may come out as, you're being ridiculous. I'm not even talking to you. They may use silence to punish you. They won't call you. They won't text you. You'll sit in a room with them and they won't speak to you. They look at you with such disdain, like they are just so disgusted, and they just almost hate you, and you can kind of feel that pressure. You will feel like you have to walk around in eggshells around them because you're not sure what emotion is going to pop up next. They might use the emotion of playing the victim. Well, you don't know what I've been through. I grew up this way. And they might even throw out a little vulnerable moment about their past to try to garner some sympathy from you. Don't fall for it. They're not being open. They're not being honest. They're not letting their guard down. It's all in an attempt to control you, to kind of bring you back into their good graces so they can manipulate you. They will prey on your goodness and your harmony. So if the crying and the anger and the victim status, if all that doesn't work, they may say, well, you're such a good person. That's when they kind of start telling you, it's brief, it's just a few moments of telling you what a great person you are, but do it in an attempt to stay with them. You never let me down. You always have my back. You stay by my side. So they appeal to your higher moral standard that you have. And that is very appealing to us. If you are a good woman, you really do want to help. You want to see this man transform. You want to see him to change. You want to have a good relationship. So they will appeal to that. But again, it is only for manipulation's sake. Over time, you learn to play this toxic game. You learn to dance to this tango of just crazy emotions. You know what to say and when to say it. You kind of dance around them. Again, you walk on eggshells. You will sacrifice long-lasting peace to achieve temporary harmony because you know the things that will really throw them into a rage. So you monitor what you say and how you act. You might even monitor how you dress or what you do because you're trying to maintain just peace in the relationship. So again, number one is control. They control the whole mood of the house. They control everything with their emotions and they prey on your emotions to do it. Number two, a true narcissist will try to break you. It can be very subtle at first and then it can become more outright at the end. They will try to tear you away from your friends or your family, saying that your friends are stupid or your family's trying to break the two of you up, or maybe just that they just love time with just the two of you. And so they try to alienate you from the people that you love. Definitely if it's a support person. If you have someone in your life, a best friend, that is telling you, hey, this guy is a bad guy, and she's a strong woman, he definitely wants to tear you away from that strong person, that strong influence. He will tear down your confidence. He will try to limit your potential. He will tell you things like, that's stupid. Why are you doing that? Why do you even want to go back to school? School is not going to get you anywhere. You're just going to spend all this money. He's going to try to squash all of your goals, all of your dreams. He's going to try to keep you down because the higher you rise, the more potential you have, the more you grow. He knows that you are going to see through him. He's afraid that you are going to grow beyond him. He might try to bring up your past or bring up mistakes, bring up foolish things that you did or said in an attempt to make you feel like nobody's going to love you. Look how many times you've been married, or look what you did 2 years ago. He's really going to try to make your self-esteem as low as he can so that you feel like you have to have him, that you're never going to find anybody else. All the while, he kind of builds him up in the process. He will make you doubt yourself. He will make you doubt that you should even have high standards or goals. He may gaslight you by saying, you're acting crazy. You're blowing this out of proportion. It's not a big deal. Why are you being this way? No woman acts like this. He may compare you to his exes in a way that kind of builds them up and puts you down. Or he may give you a compliment, but it's a backhanded compliment. Well, you didn't mess it up too bad this time. Well, at least you didn't burn the dinner this time. So he will do anything he can to try to make you appear smaller and make himself appear bigger. He might even compliment other women in front of you so that he always makes you feel like you have to step it up. You have to be better. You have to, or that you should just feel so grateful to be with him. And number three, one true sign of a narcissist is they will protect their image at all costs. If they feel like their image has been damaged by a coworker or their boss or somebody in their family or friend group, they lose it. They're oftentimes, though, very charming. They can be an extrovert. They can really be, the life of the party around other people because they want other people to think that they are just wonderful and awesome. Sometimes they'll have this like little boyish charm about them. They might admit to a few flaws, but they're such minor flaws that almost make them appear just real And so the flaw isn't really a huge deal. They don't come out and say, I am so toxic to my girlfriend. I am really verbally abusive to my wife. They won't come out and say that, but they might reveal a little moment of weakness because they think that makes them look kind of humble. But overall, they will protect their reputation at all costs. And when you finally start to leave them, or you finally start to see through all of this facade that they've built around themselves, when you begin to see them for who they really are, a bad guy, that's when the craziness comes out. That's when some of the gaslighting, some of the anger fits just begin to explode. Those are the 3 traits of a true narcissist. Now, everybody is going to have a little varying degree of how these 3 things come out. But if you are with someone, or if you've been with someone that shows these 3 traits, and they're pretty consistent in what they do. Again, it doesn't mean they're acting horrible to you. You just start to notice these subtle little things about them. You are with a true narcissist. I will do other videos on how to break free from a narcissist. And the one thing that a narcissist absolutely hates, drives him crazy. I will reveal those probably later this week. Hit the like, hit the follow, hit the subscribe. I have some e-courses on my website that will help you just transform into an amazing woman. It's called She's the One and She Heals. She's the one he can't live without. She's the one he regrets losing. Or an e-course called She Heals. How to not only survive a breakup, but how to thrive. Ladies, I want to see you win in every area of your life. You cut that narcissist out of your life. God bless you guys. I will see you in the next video.